So I received a question from Jason. Is BNI worth it to help you grow your business? In 1996, I walked into a restaurant and there were a bunch of tables in the back room and people were around these tables. Some were sitting, some were talking, some were passing business cards. And I sat down. I had been invited for what they were calling a visitor's day. And people started to stand up, go around the table, and talk about what they do, their businesses. And later in the meeting, they started passing referrals. And for 14 years, I attended BNI business networking meetings. Was it worth it? So what is your combination? You know, every single day I upload new videos to help you separate yourself from the competition and grow your business. And today we're talking about combining BNI, networking to your business. Is it worth it? Now, I am not a part of a BNI group, but I'm considering joining again, and that was a great question. It's kind of timely. Should you join a BNI group? Well, let me share a little bit about my experience and why I might join again, but let me explain why or why not. Well, 14 years in a BNI chapter is a long time, and I had a good experience. I went in under photography, and it certainly paid for itself. Now, there's one thing about BNI that a lot of people don't like, and that's the structure. And let me just talk about this right now, the structure of it. It's rather rigid, and I've seen a lot of spin-offs of BNI through the years, and here's the thing. The people that tend to spin off and claim that they don't have the same structure tend to fail. BNI has worked so well through the years because of its structure. And the spin-offs, some do, some people don't like any structure, and in some cases, some of those spin-offs work. But I really think if you're gonna go for the best, go for the BNI groups. And I think they are really good. Now, there are good BNI groups and bad ones, so if you've been to a bad one, definitely take the time to look at other ones. There happens to be one right behind my studio, and it's one of the top ones in Michigan, and I'm really considering going again, but not under photography, but under digital marketing, because it'll pay for itself really quick if all I do is get one good quality lead. Now, here's the thing. It costs twice as much today as it did back in 1996, and you would have to expect it's going to change over time. I mean, that's just kind of natural, but boy, it's getting pretty expensive. I mean, we're talking well over $500, and at least, you know, about $500 a year. And if you're going to join, there's a fee to start, and you have to really go through and figure out what is the ROI. Now, this is the one thing I know. If you don't work BNI, you will not get anything out of it. You have to participate. You have to be a part and do your part. If you want BNI to work for you, you have to work BNI. It's just that simple, and that's true with any kind of networking. You know, the thing is, you know, I'm a digital marketing person, and I think today there are two ways to grow your business. Through digital marketing, which we talk about here a lot, and networking. And you're either networking online or off. In the group I'm considering, there is a core group of people that can refer business to me rather easily, and that I can refer business to them. And so that's something you need to look at when you consider a BNI group. Is there a good core group of people that you can really network with? Yes, there are other people. There are about 35 people there, but they're really only going to be 5, 6 people that can regularly send me leads. And the other ones can once in a while if they happen to run across a really good opportunity, but that's up to me to educate them as to what it is they need to look for. BNI has its ups, has its downs, but most people criticize, as I mentioned before, that rigid structure. I say that is the success of BNI. Why did I leave BNI? Well, that's because I met somebody in BNI during the recession. And during the recession, we were both in the BNI group together, and we decided to grow his company. And over time, it just seemed kind of funny to have both of us in the same group. Although I was still under photography, I was really focusing more on growing the digital marketing company. But now that I'm on my own for a few years, and I have a good established base of clients, and I know I really want to grow my company, I know I need to do what we did before that was successful. BNI helped grow that first digital marketing firm. And I know if I want to grow mine, I need to have a good group of people that I can count on and that I can network with and keep me accountable, getting up and networking and shaking hands at least every week and educating people. So if I don't get out to other networking groups, I'll know I have at least that one networking experience and opportunity to grow my business every week as far as the person-to-person types of networking. I'm always networking online and I'm always sharing online, but you need both. You really do. That combination is really powerful. Magazines, newspapers, yellow pages, they don't have the power they once did. But still, that personal interaction and digital marketing are still really a powerful way to grow your business. So am I going to join this group? Obviously, if you've listened to this thoroughly and closely, you're probably getting the hint that I'm probably going to join, and I think I am in a couple weeks going to join this group. They're already sending me leads, and that was a good sign. I'm actually this afternoon have a meeting with somebody that could be a good client, and boy, if they say yes, I'm definitely in on that BNI group, because obviously they're able to give me good leads even as a visitor. If you're unsure about BNI, take a moment to go into a group, find a group, test it out, test out a few. One nice thing is you can sub and go to other groups, sub for other members and go to different groups. So there are a lot of benefits to networking in general. But even if BNI isn't right for you, we talk a lot about digital marketing here. It's important, but that face-to-face shaking hands really does help you refine your elevator speech, your being able to share your story well and easily no matter where you're networking. Another networking group that I really like is Network After Work. You may have one in your town. I've found them, this is more casual, this is the opposite end, less structured. This is just go to a different bar location around the city and everybody meets and everybody has a different specialty, and I mean it's just a room of 100, 200 people trying to network, and I found some really good connections there too. So definitely consider something like that. Two different types of networking groups. So bottom line, if you're trying to grow your business, consider some sort of networking group. I will always endorse. I've been involved obviously on and off and very possibly back on again for 20 years. Have endorsed BNI and I still do that. So what is your experience with BNI? Make sure you put that in the comments below, whether positive or negative. Keep it clean if it's negative. And just know that not every networking group is for everyone. But there's one thing for sure. Networking is an important part no matter what the group is. So if you have a different group or different organization you like to work with, put that in the comments below. Because what are we here for? We're here to grow your business. Hey, thank you for watching my video. I am here to serve. If you have a question, make sure you put it in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.